Hello students, welcome back to channel CTET by Global Online. Myself Nihal. So 2 days back I have uploaded a video in which I have explained about the new pattern of the examination. Okay, but we don't have any official notification regarding the changes. Previously we had a 2-level examination, but upcoming examination will be of 4-level examination, right? So we all are confused about that, but there is no official notification. Maybe in the August month notification will come out, and then we all will be knowing that what is the exact pattern. Okay, and if the notification will come out in the uh, August, we have a chance till December to prepare ourselves better. Okay, so we have started with the videos for preparing better for the upcoming December attempt. Okay, if you have not watched the previous video, I have given the link in the description box. Please watch the previous videos as well. Okay, in this session we are going to learn some of the important concept through the MCQ. Okay, so it is very important to clear the concept and practice more and more. Clear? So every student who is preparing for the upcoming CTET examination very seriously, please watch this video till the end, so you will get an idea about the syllabus, concept, and practice as well. Clear? All right. So this is first question on your screen. You can see, as per the Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, which of the following set represents correct match of intelligence and associated characteristics? Okay. So in the options you can see we have, the question has given us the option like we have intelligence and the characteristic associated characteristics with that. So basically what we need to do, we need to select the option which is correctly matching. Okay, so what we have given, intrapersonal skill in the understanding and relating to others, logical mathematical skill of dance and athletic abilities, musical performance or composition skills, and spatial skills of appreciating the natural world. Okay, so what will be the correct match of this? Okay, only one option is correct. So the right answer is option 3, that is musical, performance or composition. See, intrapersonal we have given the first option, okay, which is not correct. Why? Because intrapersonal and we have given the skills in understanding and relating to others. That is not correct. Intrapersonal intelligence is the capacity to understand oneself. Right, right. So that is why it is called intrapersonal, right? One's emotions, motivation, inner states, that is your intrapersonal. Okay, second option, that is logical and mathematical, and the characteristics we have, the skills of dance and or athletic ability, that is also not correct. Logic or mathematics, okay, that intelligence refers to the logical reasoning or numerical skills or scientific thinking. It is not like a skill of dance and athletic abilities. Correct. This we can consider as a kinesthetic intelligence, that is more of practical work, right? Third is correct. Okay, fourth we will discuss and then we'll go to the third one. Fourth is spatial, that is skills of appreciating the natural world that we have given. That is also not correct. Okay, that intelligence, the spatial intelligence, means is the ability to think in a 3 dimensions. Getting it? Visualizing the objects, mentally manipulating them, that is your spatial. And the correct option is musical, that is correct. Okay, performance or composition skills, that is correctly matching. Okay, so that is the option 3 is correct, correctly matching. We need to understand what the options are given, okay, and how it is correctly matching with others are. This question is very easy, the options are also very easy. We know that intrapersonal, that means it should be that there is something intrapersonal, yourself, which is connected to oneself, ourselves, right? And the characteristic that we have given, the question has given, it is not correctly matching with the intrapersonal. Logical and mathematicals, obviously that person should be having the logical mind, okay, and that thing is not given in the characteristics. In the spatial also it is not correctly matching, only musical is correctly matching, right? Let's move to the next one. Which of the following statement is not correct about learning? One, learning depends on learner's previous knowledge. Second, learning implies organization of prior conceptual schemes. 3. learning is facilitated by the social action, and the fourth, learning as a product rather than a process. Obviously the correct answer is option 4, right? The learning as a product rather than a process. Okay, the fourth option is a correct answer, but it is not correct about the learning. Understanding what I am trying to say? Understand the question first. It is asking not correct about learning. Getting it? It is correct. It is clearly asking not correct about learning, but the three, the 1 2 3 are correctly matching with or connecting with the learning. The fourth one is not connecting. Okay, it is a process, it is not a product, it is not a finished good, it is not a limited one, it is a continuous process, right? So if the sentence was like that, learning is the process rather than product, then it could be having the correct answer. Okay, the correct about learning. Clear? So option 4 is not correctly matching with the right answer. Okay, it is not correct about learning. Problem solving is the fostered by divergent thinking, functional fixedness, passive imitation, or response set. What is it? It is a 1. Divergent thinking. Problem solving always should be divergent. Okay, thinking from the all the aspects, multiple directions, right? Generating many possible solutions about the problem. That is called divergent thinking. Clear? So problem solving always should be thinking from the all aspects. Okay, different directions. According to the Kohlberg theory of moral development, at what stage are children self-centered and see their own benefit in doing something? At the first stage in the first level, at the second stage in the first level, at the third stage in the second level, or at the fifth stage in the third level. So before that, you need to understand, you must know the Kohlberg's theory first, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so the right answer is option second. Clear? Option second is the correct one. Clear? The first level, pre-conventional level or pre-conventional morality level, that is the first level of this Kohlberg's theory model, moral development. Okay, then second is conventional morality, third is post-conventional morality. Okay, and in that every level has a sub stages, or we can say sub levels. Okay, like in the first level pre-conventional morality there are two stages, in the second one there are two stages, in the third one there are two stages. Okay, or so overall 6 stages are there. Clear? Next, inclusion of student belonging to disadvantaged group demands. Okay, 1. Awareness and sanitization towards the diverse traditions. 2. Evidencing and encouraging identity based stereotypes. 3. Isolation in the classroom on the basis of social affiliation. 4. Same ability grouping of students in the classroom. Okay, you can also give an answer in a comment box. Okay, so right answer is option 1, awareness and sensitization. Okay, not sanitation, sensitization towards the diverse tradition. Okay, the first answer is correct one. Inclusion requires what? Teachers and peers to be aware, sensitive, right, respectful of different social, cultural, economic background. Getting it? So awareness, that is the sensitization. Okay, it should be very sensitive, it should be very aware about the things, it should be very respectful about different things. Okay, if anything, any terms in a social, cultural, economic background, it is differentiating, you should respect all the points. Okay, from all the aspects. Clear? And you should, as a professor, as a teacher, sorry, as a teacher, you should promote the equality, the dignity. Okay, so that is the correct one, the first option is correct. So first question on your screen, which agent of socialization helps develop independence and decision making skills? So from the options, okay, we need to choose the right answer or right option, which is stating that this agent is developing the child's decision making skills. Okay, It may be parents, it may be peers, teachers, or textbook as well. So choose the right answer and give the answer in a comment box. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds for this. All right, so right answer is option peers, option B. Okay, why? Peer groups provide an environment where children make decisions, negotiate roles, express ideas independently. Okay, in the last session as well, we have seen that how peers will help the child or the student or the person, okay, in developing their decision making skills. Okay, developing their what we can say, expressing their ideas, the behavior, right? All the things. Unlike parents, child relationship, peer interaction are more equal, encouraging self reliance and autonomy in a children. So basically, every agent of a socialization, whether it is parents, whether it is peer, teachers, and all, okay, at every stage, everyone or every agent is impacting differently, okay, in the development of student. Clear? So we need to understand those all the agents or all the factors of socialization. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Next question: the term secondary socialization, okay, refers to socialization that happens in adulthood only, the second stage in parenting, learning from institutions like school and media, or option D, that is learning from only siblings. So secondary socialization, this is quite different. Okay, that is learning from institutions like school and media, right? Why it is? After primary stage, that is family based learning, where your parents are teaching you, clear, your behavior, your way of talking, communication, all the things. Okay, the firstly you will start learning from your parents, that is your primary stage. After you're learning all the things, the basic things, you will move to the next level where teachers or schools and media will teach you. Okay, that is your secondary socialization agent. Clear? Or secondary socialization agents will be your teacher, your class, and school. Clear? Children enter institutions such as schools, sports club, religious centers, and etc. after the primary stage, right? This stage is called secondary socialization, where formal rules and structures teach social conduct and expectations. See, the primary one, okay, which is informal, we can say, or also we can call it casual. But when the child is developed his primary stage, or after completing the primary stage, he will move to the secondary one, which is formal. Clear? Which is not casual. Understanding where the strict rules will need to be followed, the structure need to be followed. Okay, that is the formal thing. So secondary socialization will be formal, primary socialization will be informal or casual. Next question: when a child follows traffic rules after seeing his parents do it, it is example of, okay, indirect socialization, formal instruction, verbal discipline, or punishment based learning. So it is what? It is indirect socialization. So basically no one is teaching you directly, but you are, as a child, you are as a student, just observing what parents are doing and just learning from that. Clear? That is called indirect socialization. Next, which agent of socialization allows freedom of expression and equal interaction? Parents, teachers, peers, and religious institutions. So that is nothing but the peers. Okay. Peers relationship are usually based on the mutual interest and equality, unlike hierarchical family or teacher student dynamics. Okay, children can express themselves freely, negotiate, and make decisions, which aids emotional and cognitive development. So basically, where we are having the formal learning, okay, whether it is in school from the teachers and all, other side we are having, or we are developing ourselves We are developing our activities or our behavior, our way of talking, our decision making skills, emotional and cognitive development, all the things casually. Okay, that is called the peers support. Clear? The peers relationship. So this relationship usually based on the mutual understanding, right? The equality, where you and your peer or your colleague, your friend is totally equal, and where you are free to speak. Okay, you are comfortable with those understanding. So where you are learning but in a casual environment, that is called your freedom of expression. You can freely speak, you can freely express your ideas, your emotions and all. That is your freedom of expression, where you have that uh, thing with your with the peers. Okay, next question. The first step in socialization process is enrolling in school, imitating parents behavior, watching TV and writing an exam. So this is imitating parents behavior. That's it. That is the first step. That means your primary socialization. All right. See, the process begins in early childhood when children observe and mimic parents or caregivers. Okay, this early phase sets a tone for emotional bonding and initial understanding of a social rules. Okay, we have seen how the primary socialization impact the children's development, right? Which of the following is characteristics of effective feedback in the classroom? Okay, what the question is asking, the feedback that we get in from the students in the classroom, so what thing or what option will be the correct or effective feedback? It is given only at the end of the task, or second, it is broad and generic, third, it is only focused on the outcomes, and fourth, it is timely and specific. What is it? It is timely and specific. Okay, the first option, it is given only at the end of the task, it is ineffective, it's not effective. Okay, feedback should be given during learning process as well, correct? Second, it is broad and generic, it should not be broad, it should be very specific, clear and detailed, and targeted as well. Third one, it is only focused on the outcomes. No, it is also ineffective. Okay, the effective feedback always focus on the both processes, right? What both processes? How the task was done and the outcome, to help to improve the understanding. Okay, and the fourth one, it should be it is timely and specific, that is the correct one. Okay, feedback always should be given on a right time, given at the right time and specific to the learner's performance. Clear? So that is why option 4 is correct. Okay, next question. Proximodistal principle states that in infancy, 1, the limbs continue to grow faster than the hands and feet. Second, development proceeds from head to toe. Third, development of language occurs rapidly as it is sensitive period for development. And fourth, physical development occurs rapidly with the development of a fine motor skills. Okay, I'll give you the answer first and then I'll explain. Okay, first thing, the first answer is correct one. The limbs continue to grow faster than the hands and feet. See, first thing you need to understand proximodistal principles. Right? What does it mean? Proximodistal. That means near to far. Near to far. Getting it? Which is near. From near to how much it is far. That is proximodistal. That means it refers to the pattern of physical development which starts at the center of the body and then move forward or outwards, getting it, to the extreme level or extremities we can consider it. Clear? That is why it is called near to far. Okay, nazdik se dur tak, that is called proximal distance. For example, the infants, okay, can gain control over the torso, then the arms, then finally hands, and then fingers. Clear? That is called proximo distal, from near to far. Clear? And in the options we can consider the first one is correct. Limbs continue to grow faster than the hands and feet. Okay, according to this theory, that proximo distal principles. Okay, the larger the central body parts, the limbs we consider it, develop before the smaller ones, the distant parts like hands and fingers. Before that, these limbs will be what we can say, will be developed first, and then those things will be developed, hands and feet and all. Clear? Next, assertion reason question is asking, school curriculum should give reasonable space and value to learners cultural knowledge. Reason, because supporting students to uphold their cultural identities facilitates learning. What is it? Is it correct? Both the correct or not? Just give your answer in the chat box. As per my knowledge, the both are correct. Okay, and reason is also correct explanation of assertion. Getting it? Option A, oh sorry, assertion is true because a meaningful and inclusive curriculum respects and integrates students' cultural background. Getting it? So making the learning process more engaging and more relevant, more interesting. Yeah. Then the reason, it is also correct. Okay, when students feel their cultural identities are respected, right, the students are feeling respected. Okay, whatever from the cultural background they have, that cultural background is going to be respected. Okay, right? So they are more confident and motivated, and they will be participated in learning. Clear? So that is the correct explanation as well. Which of the following is a typical characteristic of dyslexia? Dyslexia is a disease. Okay, so what is the characteristics about dyslexia? One, difficulty in creating problem solving, difficulty in phonological processing, difficulty in physical coordination, or difficulty in spatial awareness. You can give answer in a comment box. So right answer is option second, because see, dyslexia, that means the person is disabled, the learner disabled. Okay, he cannot arrange the words, he cannot remember the words, he cannot break down the words. Getting it? That is called dyslexia. So the second, the difficulty in phonological process, that means struggling to break down the words into the sound or map. Okay, or map the sound to the letter, that is very difficult to that person. That is called dyslexia. Which of the following would not be characterized as a formative assessment? Okay, we have formative assessment, summative assessment. Okay, so as per the formative assessment, which statement could not be correct one? One, an assessment given at the beginning of the new concept to determine students' prior knowledge. Second, an assessment given during the class to provide ongoing feedback to the students and teachers. Third one, an assessment task that is helpful in comparing students as per a standards set of criteria. Fourth one, an assessment used to identify misconceptions in a student's learning. Right? So we need to understand what is the not correct characteristic of a formative assessment. So option third one is not correct. Okay, because see, the assessment, sorry, an assessment task that is helpful in comparing students, the comparison of students is not good. Okay, and basically the assessment task that is helpful in comparing students as per a standard or set of criteria. When we do this, okay, it describes the summative assessment, the standardized assessment. Okay, ranking, grading, that is only happens at the end of the syllabus or end of the exam. Clear? That is the summative, it is not formative.